Gets the turnover at center ice and gets it deep for UMass. Hudson will sweep it right back.
Greg Carville a little concerned about his wear and tear coming out of the World Juniors. We'll be monitoring closely how much ice time he gets tonight.
Without a doubt, here's the newcomer that we highlighted, Lawrence, in the preseason. Bumps off a hit. And out back to the point now for Trethewey, who chips it back into the slot. Hammered by the Massachusetts D-man Lucas Ovalstad, one of the captains for the Minutemen, along with Owen Murray. Two guys looking to have a better second half, and we'll see a little bit more of this man right here with the puck, Matthew Wild, the RIT transfer.
Of course, the Minutemen, as we have a whistle, without the services of Nick, rested and fresh and ready to go.
Trethewey chips it to the goal line. Nobody home on a change, and now UMass will send it out to the point. Trethewey is able to keep it in. Now Wild into the attacking zone, doesn't have help. Yzerman on the check, finds Keenan in the high slot. He can't handle it. Nice, throws it on. Yegorov turns it aside. Now Kleshka gets bumped out to Nyes. Nyes, his shot gets chipped high and over into the protective netting.
Nyes did not get credit for that shot, by the way. They said did not touch Yegorov in the BU net.
Draw one by Boston University. That's been an issue for UMass. Turned over as Galanic gets a stick on it. Now Wild over to the far side. D'Angelo has this one go below the goal line. Galanic into the corner. Pinned up against the wall by one of the youngest players in college hockey now in Lawrence. Celebrini out to Ritchie. Ryder Ritchie lost the puck.
Shots right now are just 2-1 in favor of BU.
UMass averaging 2.75 goals per game. On the ice this one.
Respectively for both clubs aren't indicative of the true talent of each squad too, I think.
UMass 9-9 in the first half, 2-6 however in Hockey East play. Draw one. Yzerman out to Celebrini. Celebrini has it taken away by Wild. Didn't play a ton in the first half for UMass in his first season in Amherst. Out through center ice.
Minutemen have just been tapping the puck to center ice to relieve pressure. Really haven't been able to skate it out at all.
Ryder Ritchie winds it up for BU. He gets taken off the puck by Galanic. Just put a little pressure on him, and now Galanic with a 2-on-2. Charging down is Jenshko. Circling back. Here's Keenan, also played in Switzerland. The Spangler Cup, a huge success. Puts this one on. Yegorov kicks it away. Back to UMass. They'll wrap it around. Out to Nyes. Nyes just tries to fling it on. Caught the body of Ryder Ritchie. Jenshko lays a hit, but it comes away for Boston University. Fluttered up ahead. Ritchie had a step and a stick lift, but not
necessarily against a high-flying Terrier club.
8:35 to go here in the opening period.
How are you holding up, partner? You haven't had much of a break either.
Well, man, we got doubleheader here at the Mullins Center tomorrow. Men's and women's basketball. There's Jenshko. His shot goes over the bar.
Minutemen able to get some shots, but a lot of them wide and off the net.
Look at the stretch pass. Yzerman in alone, and a save by Robel. A great effort for Yzerman, and Robel denies him on the one-on-one. That will take us to our first media timeout. BU and Massachusetts off to a fast start here. They had just came up short against Western Michigan.
Minutemen have to figure this part of the game out, trailing 9-1 in faceoffs already.
64 at the dot again. Looked like it was going to be won by the Terriers, but here comes Musa trying to drag his way through. McCarthy got in the way. Chipped around. D'Angelo to the slot. Keenan with a shot off the pad of Yegorov.
Keenan did not wait around to do something at the right point. Really fired one.
You get a chance. Deflection fluttering. Nyes had an angle trying to lay it out in front. Taken away by the Terriers. Back to Keenan. UMass pressuring really for the first time, and it's turned over Ritchie. Ritchie doesn't have numbers. Looking, waiting. Poked away by Nyes. Kept in by Ryder Ritchie. Lawrence flings it towards the net. Yzerman couldn't direct it on. Back to Ritchie now as Lawrence leaves. Celebrini turns it over. Wild jumps on it for Massachusetts.
BU aggressive with the forecheck. Zone entries hard on UMass so far.
Now he's just trying to play it off the half boards. For Shet first to get there. Sent out by Boston University and Yzerman. Ritchie can't win the race for BU, and back to Lawrence.
Very clean first period, too. No penalties, nothing even that would garner much attention or a raised eyebrow.
And a wide open look for Yzerman, snapped his stick.
Minutemen are fortunate there.
What a huge break for UMass. Jenshko has Galanic. Galanic waits, fires, blocked by Celebrini. Leads the team in that regard. Jenshko and Galanic back and forth, looking for help. Del Elche now onto the stick of Bo Cosman. Looking to thread it through, off a skate, gets it back. Loose puck in the crease, poked away by Frechette. Bouncing out, and Yzerman gets hammered by Henry. That's something that Coach Carvel has been harping on Robel to omit in his game, and so not seen those all that much here early on.
Rare face-off win for the Minutemen. Only two in the first period.
Bouncing puck, Wild chipping at it to Jenshko, trying to slam it on. Second effort off a pad of Yegorov. Now into the corner, Murray. Below the goal line, a hit laid on Jenshko from the youngster Lawrence. Youngest players in college hockey now. Jumping up from the USHL, Muskegon was a Clark Cup MVP last year. Played with Galanic and Nestrasil on the UMass side.
Had some injury problems this year, too.
It was an interesting conversation they had. You know, the decision you have to make to join mid-season, kind of a both parties, BU and Lawrence, deciding hey, played, and also said they're scouting some of the other players on that national team for the Czechs. Bring some of his friends along to Amherst maybe in the near future. Lawrence gets this one out in front, loose puck, and a shot doesn't get through. Open cage, saved by Robel, and it squirts across. Lawrence couldn't get a stick on, and now it comes out of the zone. Two good looks for Boston University in the scramble drill.
And Harvey picks up the goal, and that's his 6th of the season. And BU strikes first nearly midway through this contest.
The Lightning prospect gets the scoring going here at the 12-minute mark in the second period.
See if how the Minutemen push back against BU. When Jack Parker was the BU coach, that was one of their traits. They'd get one, they look to get two in a hurry.
Here's Kleshka behind the cage to Kerr. Kerr back to Kleshka. Up top to Murray, and he just couldn't.
Minutemen have had a problem with that, haven't they? A lot of pucks jumping around, or sticks not down, or the timing off maybe from the break.
First man advantage today for Boston University. Puck comes right back to Robel. Still loose out in the crease. And Musa trying to clear it, gets it out. He's thinking about more. Musa zipping in. Musa with a shot off the shoulder of Yegorov. Now single-handedly killing this penalty. Looking for Keenan, and it's intercepted by Hudson. We're going the other way. Hudson knows what to do. Into the UMass zone. Hudson waits, shoots, blocked out in front. And does it come out? It does.
A little bit of scrambling around on both sides in the first 30 seconds of this power play. BU with a good chance, and then Musa came back the other way on the shorthanded bid.
Into the corner, Boston University, Fondrick. Out to Hudson. Back to Fondrick. Now to Hudson. Fondrick goes down. 1 minute gone by, and the man advantage for Boston University. Trying to set something up here. Yzerman looking, shot deflected out in front, saved by Robel. Back at it, BU, threading it through into the slot. And Yzerman couldn't get a stick on it, and down the ice it goes.
Wondered if that power play unit was maybe a little out of gas, fling it around the boards and get it out with BU bearing in.
That was a flex for Del Elche. Inside 5 to go here in the second period. Here's Hudson. Waiting patiently, flicks it out to the slot. It's stolen by UMass and Cosman. Cosman can't get the give and go on target in time, and it's backhanded in by Hudson.
BU very aggressive on the forecheck, as you can see right there. How many red shirts are in? 4.
Nestrasil. His pass denied. Ritchie. And now McCarthy. Nestrasil comes in with a hit on the kid Lawrence. UMass will try
front. That was going on.
Maryland Del Elche, and this one finally out for UMass.
But they disengaged. Minutemen there had to withstand some really heavy BU pressure. The Terriers come back again in the forecheck.
Ryder Ritchie with time behind the net. 36 seconds to go. Out to the point. Trethewey to Boumediene. His shot gloved by Robble.
Worked with Yegorov, the goaltender, famously last year.
Yeah, that worked swimmingly, didn't it? Lawrence, Coach Pandolfo called him a 200-foot player. A guy that can make things happen. This will come back on the icing with 23.6 remaining.
BU with that big win over Northeastern. The Minutemen kind of lost their way a little bit in November and into early December.
UMass played just a slew and continue to do so of ranked teams. It's been a very tough schedule for them. They do have some relief, if you can call it that, against Merrimack and Vermont, unranked teams. This one, USO couldn't corral. Still with an opportunity, 6 seconds remaining. Ritchie tries to put the moves on, swept away, and out of play, and that'll save, rebound coming out here for Boston University. Ryder Ritchie, one-timer from the point, goes wide from the booming stick of Boumediene.
That stretch pass started it all. That's what they do best.
Loose puck out in front, and Robble covers up. I'm not sure Ryder Ritchie, it wasn't that he didn't see it. It was that Murray took him out of the play. Once again, Iserman back to Boumediene, again the gold winner at the World Juniors. He had the game-winning goal against Chechia. Cross-zone pass into the seats. Here comes UMass. Justin Kerr. Kerr flings it on off the side of the net.
Minutemen really haven't had a bona fide chance here to start the third period.
Yeah, looking for some scoring opportunities. Back to the point. Hanrahan puts it on. Save Yegorov.
Guys everywhere tonight. Hanrahan, the puck goes out of play. A blast.
Team All-American last year, on and on.
A lot of power in that 5'11", 170-pound frame of his.
The Hudson family churning out top-of-the-line defensemen.
Folks in Washington, I think, are going to enjoy watching him in the future.
Without a doubt. Inside 15 to play here in the third. Lawrence works it deep. Now Iserman hammered by Galanic. Puck comes free to Nyes. And UMass takes over through center ice. Yenchko has been a little quiet. Boumediene will swipe it away from him. Boumediene very impressive in the World Juniors. Think about all the depth and talent that this team has here for Boston University. This one settled by Galanic. Trying to feed it through, looking for Wild, not there. Now Lawrence has this one played off a body, and it goes into the UMass zone onto the stick of Albalstadt. Great first season here in Amherst.
Van Tassel out, they can ill afford to lose him for any length of time.
Can't lose another forward. This one, bad save, closing the doors. Robble. Frechette from the blue line. He'll try to get a deflection out in front. Back to the near side, Lawrence. His pass high in the air. Now to Frechette again out in front. But Iserman couldn't maintain.
And again, the Minutemen having difficulty exiting the zone, just flipping it out to relieve pressure. Terriers offside, so they give it up. Poivert is the touch of a golfer in their wedge, trying to feather it down to get the change, but that sent it all the way down for the icing call. Very impressive.
Yeah, that was the lob wedge, right?
That wasn't yours, I know that. Or mine.
Stuck the green. 7 minutes to go. UMass had a look on the last zone entry. Back to Boumediene. Off the far board, skipped in, turned over, and Zimmerman's shot goes up and over. Again, bodies in the way, both ends here, UMass and BU.
Had about 6 or 7 minutes of continuous action as things get a little interesting in the neutral zone.
Here's Iserman out of the fray, tries to make a phenomenal move and just lost the puck. Wrapped off the far glass.
That was Landon Nye.
Kerr trying to poke his way ahead. Hammers Trethewey with 3:28 to go. Boston University dodging a couple of opportunities and scoring chances for Massachusetts.
What's that Yogi Berra said? It's starting to get late early. Well, it's getting late.
At what point do you think about taking Robble?
Well,
here's a own zone turnover.
If watching Greg Carvel in the past is any indication, usually around that 90-second mark.
Again on the attack here, Kleshka tries to send it on, and it goes over the glass and into the netting with 2:55.